We gonna be two hoes in the house. That's what.
I don't blame my mother for it, and today I don't blame my father for it.
Yeah, social media plays a big part in it.
Yeah.
But plus y'all exposed to more than.
But what is the picture society paint?
Right. Yeah.
Because see, the society.
If you listen to a song, you gotta listen to that song and say, well.
So I grew up with that mentality. Mm-hmm. Because somewhere deep inside myself, I want some.
Nah, man, love is love, bro.
Love is love.
Love is love, bro.
If you was
Welcome to
Minister
Ben Willis.
Ben Willis
Blast Off
Podcast.
Uncut, unapologetic, straight with no chaser.
Like, comment, subscribe.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look, all my life, been grinding all my life.
Welcome to Minister Ben Willis Blast Off Podcast, uncut, unapologetic, straight with no chaser. And before we get started, please like, comment, subscribe, and share.
Make sure you share.
Yeah, today I got three gentlemen here that we just gonna chop it up. We're gonna talk about a whole lot of stuff. I got a good man, Ricky Lucas. He's gonna
Shout out to Ricky Lucas, man. Ricky Lucas in the chat. Ricky
yeah.
Lucas.
He's gonna hit you with some real empowering words and some things on his life.
Mm-hmm.
And you know this guy, but he can introduce himself.
Me?
That's right.
Oh yeah. My name is Amron Hammons, Amron Productions, as you know. That's me, designer, artist, pioneer, all of the above.
athlete.
God believer, athlete, you know what I'm saying? Competitor, the good stuff, the bad stuff.
Round the clock guy.
Round the clock guy, on the clock guy, before the clock guy. I'm late sometimes.
Right.
But late is still on time because it's God's speed, you know what I'm saying? But that's me, Amron Hammons. Woo, yeah, woo.
That's right. Give it up to him.
Then we got special guest, another great man. You know what I'm saying? Another athlete, another scholar.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Joseph Porter. Shout out to Joseph Porter right here. Let them know about yourself, Joe. Let them know.
Yeah, I'm a recent FAMU graduate looking into getting into phlebotomy.
Wow.
That's for my gap year right now, and looking at getting into med school within the next year and a half. Probably gonna start my master's program within this next year.
My man.
Excellent.
Go towards that.
Excellent.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Where you from, Joe? Where you from?
Chicago, you already know.
Yeah.
What part of the city?
East side.
Ain't no such thing as East
Yes,
Side.
it is. Ben Willis. Yes, it is.
Hey,
Yeah,
y'all
it's
done
the east
invented
side.
the east side, huh?
It ain't no such thing as East
Yes,
Side.
it is, man.
No, it's
Like over east.
You
got-
over east?
Yeah, it's over east. But it ain't no east side. That's
Yes,
the
it
south
is.
side.
Okay, all right.
I know y'all trying to make a side out of it. See, y'all young cats, y'all want to make a side out of it, but it's always been south side, west side, north side.
And over east.
No.
Yes, it's been.
Y'all came up with that.
We came up with
Y'all
that.
came up with that.
No.
Yeah, y'all just came up with that.
Oh,
That's
Y'all let us know if we came up with that or that's what it is.
historically, it is not an east side.
Okay.
You
Ben
don't
Willis.
hear too many people talking about, hey, man, they say south side, west side. You don't hear nobody saying east side.
What? Who? What do you mean? Everybody say
A lot
that.
of people are from over east. They be like, I'm from over east.
But
Exactly.
I mean, yeah.
That slogan, over east, yeah. Out west, out south, up north. Those are slogans that you attribute to the parts of the city.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't attribute 63rd and Essex as the east side. That's still the
east.
south side.
That's east.
Right.
That's east. The whole east side got E names in it.
See?
You got Essex, you got East End, you got streets over there like Blackstone. Like, come on, that ain't on the
You
ain't
got
on the
Stony
west.
Island.
Yeah.
That's not the east side.
All right.
That's the south side.
All right.
But you basically know what we saying. When you come on the west side or the south side of Chicago, person gonna say, hey, south side.
Right.
You go on the west side, they gonna say west side.
Everybody say
Right.
east side.
Ain't nobody saying
They say over
east side.
east. Hold on,
mean-
hold on. Wait, before that, Rick, let them know about yourself, man. Introduce yourself.
I'm Rick. I'm from Chicago, Illinois.
Right. Which side?
South side of Chicago.
Okay.
I grew up here in Chicago on the south side of Chicago.
Okay.
hung out west for a while when I was married. Me and my wife and my daughter lived out west.
Shout out to the family.
You know, other than that, everything is great.
That's good, man.
You know, before we started, before we came on the air, we started talking about is it good to lie? You know, is it good to lie?
Right.
And is it good to lie to your woman if you cheated on her?
Shout out to lying.
And I think these two fellas were saying it's okay to lie to your woman. So
Why would
I mean,
that be the one?
Did I say? Wait a minute. No. Did I get anything wrong? I mean, because your woman is watching now.
Yeah.
So is it okay if you lie to her or what?
It
So
depends.
now you get up there and tell the truth. You know that she's gonna say it's a lie, right? So is it okay to lie to her? Tell her the truth.
He's putting us in the hot seat. He put us in the hot seat.
All right, this is the hot seat. This is the hot seat. Shout out to the hot seat.
I'm gonna take this. I feel like
That seat getting hot, boy. He adjust himself. Go ahead.
I honestly feel like sometimes, like I said, if you know you're a woman, like if this is, it's different. It's different women to, you know, talk to. If this is your actual woman, like your girlfriend or something, then I would just let her know. But at that point, the relationship over with. So it's more like a.
Not all the time, though.
It's not that. That's true. If you let her know, you can see, like, you know, if you can make it work. I've definitely let my girl know one time that I cheated on her, and we still were able to work through it. It was, you know,
How did you work through something like that?
regain trust.
How do you
Little
regain
steps.
trust?
Shout out to trust.
Little steps every day. You just have to, like, the doubts that she has in her head now, you got to just be able to filter those out. Be like, hey, you got to give her the reassurance that she deserves.
Shout out to reassurance.
Because if you don't, she just gonna keep calling you or keep having that same feeling of, oh, well, if he's not doing what I feel like he's doing right now, or whatever I feel like he's doing, and he gone and he not responding, or he not able to reassure me because I'm away from him. Whenever I was away from you the first time, that's when I cheated. So of course she's not gonna be easy when I'm away from her, and she gotta, you know, get used to that. So day by day, but you know, sometimes it's unrecoverable though, because you don't.
What you
to a
think,
certain
then? Well,
extent.
it's not to cut you off, but what you
Okay.
think? What you
Well,
think?
when a person say not to do that, that means they cut you off because they wanted to. But anyway, is it okay if she lie to you?
Nah.
Can you handle the truth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will you still be with her? If she said I cheated on your best friend Eddie, but I ain't gonna never do it again, is that all right? You still gonna be with her?
Hold on, let me look at my watch. Do we have time for this? Like,
I say, me personally, nah. Like I mean, and that's what I'm saying.
But they can work it.
but
Y'all
it's
gonna work it
Eddie
through
though.
though.
Like, come on now.
I'm gonna be cool with Eddie.
You gonna be cool with Eddie, but not her.
She chose. Like, and that's why I give my woman the respect to, like, if I let you know and you decide to do whatever you want to do, I chose my decision in the first place. So I'm not gonna run away from the consequence that I already thought about in my head. Like, if I know that the worst thing is gonna be this, that means that she didn't really mean as much as what it really meant.
Everybody make mistakes.
Everybody can make them, but that's real.
Right.
If it was a mistake, then okay, I'm gonna need my time. Like I'm a time.
What you mean you need your time? What do you mean by that?
Shout out to
Like I would at least need
Put your mic
to.
closer.
I don't like if she told me that, I'd just be like, oh, okay, well then I'm gonna just need some space away from you. I don't really know what amount of time. It's not like a designated amount of time, because if I just feel like I'm better off without you, then I'm just gonna move on. But if I can't,
Did she need time from you when you told her that you cheated on her? Did she move away from you like that?
Yeah.
And you begged her back?
I don't beg.
Was you begging?
Oh no.
How did you get her back?
Begging.
Tell
We
me,
don't
how you was
beg.
begging?
We don't beg.
Shout out to Big.
Was you begging? Would you
We
get
don't do that.
flowers and all that?
Is that
Let's
that's
go.
not that's not begging. That is not begging. That's not begging.
bro.
That's why I was gonna be like, I mean, of course I get her some food, do the things that she likes to do.
You go to Jerk 48.
You feel me? Take her out, do the things that she knows she won't, like get her nails done, pay for her hair, do stuff that you know that's going to get her a little bit more cool with you at first. Work on the little things, and then you can start talking about the conversations that need to be held, because the hard conversations are what make the relationship.
Hard conversations make the relationship.
I like that.
What is I mean, when you apologizing to someone, do you really feel bad about what you done?
Depends.
Yeah, I don't say sorry if I don't, because if I feel like I'm gonna do it again, then there's no reason for me to even. Well, I'm not gonna say I don't say sorry, but I have that feeling in my stomach where I know I don't really like something, or if somebody was to do that exact same thing that I just did to me, I wouldn't want that to happen. So that's why I don't do it.
Yeah, and again, you try to find out where you at in the relationship, because if I'm not willing to amend the relationship, that means that I don't really want to be there. So maybe, just maybe, I need to let her know. You know, I cheated because I really wasn't feeling you like
Dang.
I thought when I
Dang,
saw
Rick.
you.
Hey, that's real, Rick. I respect that, because I feel like if you were at your wit's end and it was more like, okay, you cheated at the end towards the time where you felt like you were already detaching from this woman, you know, you let her know, be like, hey, you know, I wish you nothing but the best. Keep moving.
Do you really wish your ex the best?
Yes.
I do, because I don't want them to, you know, like stop. Like, 'cause certain women have that ability to stop moving once they get out of a relationship. Like,
Stop. What you mean by that?
moving in life, doing things that are necessary for them to do to continue. I'm not gonna say every woman, but it's certain women that do that, to where it's like, oh my God, they so heartbroken and distraught.
Now he's lying. You don't know. You talking about he's not lying. He's lying.
He's not, man. What is
Wait a minute now.
It's someone. I'm telling you, it is. They are.
They out there.
They
We not gonna
they
name them,
can
but they
get
out
devastated and not want to do anything, and they just, you know, be. So I want them to, you know, still be able to prosper and move on with life and still do things that are going to better them. Just because this relationship didn't work out doesn't mean that's the end of the world. But
Let me say something.
Talk to
All
me.
women got a roster. Don't you think that you the only one? It's just your turn right now.
You seen that on
All
Instagram
women
or
got a
something?
roster.
Did you see that on Instagram or something?
Ain't no Instagram. Listen, first off, I wear another hat, and it's called a relationship guru.
Okay,
I
my
got to
bad.
bring him out sooner or later.
Right.
But right now, I got to kick the Willy Bobo with my guys right now.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, she got a roster. Act up. She
Nah.
can always call. She can call Roger at any time.
it's always going to be somebody who she can maybe entertain. Of course, it's going to be a person who's in her DMs. I mean, if your woman looks good, you want an attractive woman. So, of course, you got to understand what's going to come with that. I'm not saying
What
that
makes
she's
you
going to have
attractive woman?
her brain more than anything. I mean,
Her brain.
Come on,
Her brain.
He snapped.
Come
with that
on,
one.
man.
He snapped with that one.
Come on, man.
What you mean?
I'm so serious.
Come on, man.
You
Wait,
think
hold
that,
on.
like,
Come on, man.
Mr.
he
Willis,
wrong?
you don't think her intellect is attractive?
He said brain first. How you, unless you,
why
unless you're a human X-ray machine.
why am I talking to a girl who looks great but can't keep a conversation?
Right.
It doesn't make sense. I
Doesn't make sense.
need somebody who I can at least talk to.
Right.
And we can. I'm not even gonna say debate. It don't matter. I can't talk to a brick wall. That
I understand
I don't care
that.
how good
Sometimes
you look.
you can.
But
You can yap. I can yap. I'm talking about actually get to know and wanna
I
deep
understand
dive.
that. But you said brain first.
Yes.
The eyes seek symmetry, and that's what they see first.
So the looks.
So yeah, okay. The looks is what attract me.
Right, first.
For the most part.
And then what keeps you is the brain.
Okay, I'll
You
take
know.
that.
I agree with
I'll
that.
take
Yeah.
that.
All right.
I roll
But I ain't
with
gonna
that.
lie. I ain't gonna lie. Some ugly girls, they do get great intellect.
Yeah.
And you will stick it out.
That's right. Now, and see, the thing is, that's where you go
Conversation be tough.
when you
Right.
start going with knowing a person. Then it gets past. It gets past. looks.
relationship.
You know,
and-
like say Beyonce and Jay-Z.
right.
And then all these ladies, y'all know damn well that Jay-Z was for UPS.
He had to look in the camera
If
for
it
that
wasn't for UPS, y'all the hell would not mess with him. And talking about, oh yeah, girl, dude like Joe Campbell try to talk to me. So you know damn well y'all would be, you know, it's about the brain. The first thing, women are more treacherous than guys are.
Yeah, they treacherous.
Yeah.
So what
Yeah.
you think? Would you stay with somebody if they cheated on you and they lied to you as well?
It depends. It
Oh.
depends. It depends. See, if you listen, if you cheated on me, and I know you cheated on me, and say we share bills or something like that, like she pay cable or something, then we're gonna be together. I'm just gonna let her know that I'm gonna cheat on you too. We just gonna be two holes up in the
That's
house.
the open relationship.
We're gonna be two holes in the house. That's what's
right.
gonna be.
What
you
if
think, Rick?
What if it was a situation where you met a chick and you was attracted to the chick and you liked the chick, but you also know some about the chick that she wasn't really out of the last relationship she in, but she started a conversation with you. And you and her kick it off, y'all, get to know each other, y'all down that road. But she go back to the guy that she haven't been emotionally detoxed from. So she go back to the guy. Would you forgive her, or would you take a look at that as a consideration if you didn't date women's that cheat?
She wasn't my woman in the first
Never-
place.
never-
She was never my woman, so I wouldn't like expect loyalty when I'm going into a relationship. I mean, going into that knowing that she's.
But
still,
you didn't notice. You assume she's okay.
You
Oh,
assume,
she ghosted you or something?
You assume she's okay. You assume that even though you know she ain't been out of the relationship no longer than a year, you say, well, she over that dude.
Oh, okay, so you basically going in it like, okay, she may be healed. I mean,
Yeah.
you can give it a possibility. I mean, if she's up, is she up front and be like, yeah, I'm low key talking to him again, or it's just like you just kind of. If I found out by myself, it's nothing to talk about no more. But if she letting me know like, hey, honestly, I don't want to continue this because I'm not emotionally invested or healed enough to do what you got to do. I mean, do what she got to do in general, then it's okay. Like
Yeah,
I
you said
feel
he'll forgive
that
her.
like the right one will come, and I'm young, so it's so many different women and so many different things that I can do. I'm not gonna get caught up on just one, even though that,
Yeah.
the right once I find the right one, I'm good. I got that example in my house, my mom and my dad. I got that
Shout out to
two-parent
the
household.
example.
Yeah.
Shout out to the
Very much,
example.
You know.
So what if she's 55 years old and she's the right one? Then she can cook neck bones and make good potato salad.
Hey, ain't
Is that
nothing
all
wrong
right?
with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I feel like ain't nothing wrong with it.
She'd be cool, but I want kids. So 55 too old, like you passed your menstrual and all that. So it's like,
Yeah,
nah,
you passed
You want
menopause.
children.
Heat
of
flashes
course.
and
I
all
want
that.
3 children. So
You want 3 of them.
if my woman can't, I'm not even gonna say like can't as in like if she's not physically able to, if I love her
There
enough,
you
I'll do
go.
a surrogate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that 55 is just suitable for me. Just
Because of the age? But if
Yeah.
she's the right woman,
Right. I just finna say that. What if she fit
She ain't the
every
right one.
category that you're looking for other than that one category she couldn't have?
Then she ain't it.
no,
That-
she's
no.
still a surrogate.
I feel like age is a different thing. Like, nah, I can't do that because then I feel like age is it's different categories where it's like I can maybe compromise, but age is one of them ones where it's like, okay, you're 30 years plus older than me. No, we good. Like
don't compromise.
I could do like a little cougar or whatever, like 35,
You could do like a little, what you mean like a little cougar? You do like a little cougar every now and then. But I'm talking about being your woman, man.
Oh.
Y'all going out, y'all going out, your partner's going out for parties and stuff like that.
Parties.
And she sleep. She went
Right,
to sleep 'cause she
is-
napping.
it's
She got to get a
it's a whole
nap.
different lifestyle.
Medication kicked in.
Shout out to sleep. You need sleep.
Didn't say the medication that kicked in.
Right. You had your clothes all laid out for every day. You got to go shirt, pants, little shoes.
I mean, yeah, sometimes you could do that. Sometimes you can, but like you can't do it for long because you know what you want. You know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
So if she got all this, but she don't got this, it ain't it. Just like that shit, she ain't the one.
Yeah.
I think you have to.
You gotta compromise? Why you gotta compromise?
You have to take in category when you dealing with age brackets.
Okay.
It's like an older man dealing with a younger chick. We was talking about this the other day.
Yeah.
What do you expect if you 55 and she's 27, she's 30? What do you expect? Do you cut her life out? Do you make her life be somewhere where just because you older and you're not into going to the clubs and stuff like that, and you knew this going into the relationship with her? You knew she was younger, and you went into the relationship with her.
A whole different lifestyle.
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta
I
switch it up.
couldn't do it. I just couldn't do
You
it.
couldn't do it, man, Willis?
No, I couldn't do it. I mean, I got nieces that's young, and I got listen. One of the craziest things you want to hear is a young lady say, "Ooh, my daddy got the same cologne you got on." That's wild. That's wild.
Why don't you think it could work though?
Because I will always want to be someone that's a mentor or teacher and give you advice and help the younger young men and women like yourself. And I would like to give you advice
Shout out to
and be able to
advice.
back you, be able to back you
Right.
and see you move forward, opposed to, I mean, no.
But y'all love each other though. Like y'all really want to see each other be great.
I can't see myself being in love with somebody like that.
What?
In my head won't allow me to be in love with somebody in their 20s.
Yeah, you
Be in love with somebody in their 30s. Like I'm
It's cap.
no, because
It's cap.
I'm old. For me, I'm old. listen, I'm older than that grandmother.
Right. You had to. You had to.
Yeah.
You had to cut the ties,
What about
man.
you? What about you, man?
Nah, man, love is love, bro.
Love is love.
So,
Love is love, bro.
if you was
So
I
if
was
you
55,
were, if you were
and
55,
she was 33.
and she was 33.
You know what I'm saying?
Now you say that now.
No, well, she's 60, and you your age.
She's 60 and I'm 20.
She's 60, yeah. She's 60, because love is love. That's what
Love
you
is
got
love.
to say.
Love is love. Love is love. And if I ain't had nothing going on, you know.
And
what
wait,
I'm
wait,
saying?
you got, she got stuff going on.
What you mean? What
She
what
got stuff going on.
You say love is love.
Love
now.
is love.
That's what you said. That's
So, like,
right.
let me explain. So like, okay, yeah, if that's what's going on, that's what's going on.
She be model Amron production.
Ammo.
Ammo.
Yeah, if that's
She
what's
be
going on, that's what's going on. But
Model
that ain't
for senior
going on.
citizens.
Yeah, exactly. And like, you know what I'm saying? But that's what's going on. Love is
Senior
love, bro.
citizen, right.
But, like, if it ain't working out, then it can't work out. Like you said, like age could be a thing in that too, though. Like if you're looking for a woman and she the one, age like got to be in there too. I'm not finna be, you know what I'm saying? You finna
The
die.
man said love night and flip flop just that quick.
No, I'm just saying. That's what I said. Love is love. Like if she the one, then yeah, do that. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So Minister Ben, what you saying is he contradicting now.
I'm not
Definitely
though.
did hit flip-flop,
Love is
man.
love. I just said love is love. So if she the one, do that. But I'm not doing that.
You just said you could. You would. Love is love.
Okay. If age wasn't in the criteria for like what I was looking for, then yeah.
Yeah, so you changed. You done moved the goalpost. You know, you done moved the
How?
goalpost.
What he saying? What he saying? What
He's
am I
saying
missing?
because we asked you, we was like, would you be able to do that? As in, like, be the older person, or vice versa. If she was older, would you do that? You was like, yeah.
Yeah, I do that.
And
We
then-
rocking out.
But then when you be like, it's probably not gonna work out, then that's when they see they say it's
Yeah.
contradiction.
Me personally,
'Cause
I'm not
if she
doing
the
that.
right
I can
person-
see if somebody.
If she
do
the
that.
right person, then she's supposed to be your one to the end.
That's
Right.
your one. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that, but that's not me. You know what I'm saying?
And what I'm saying, like being brought to the forefront, is you have to really take a look at it. Especially if you the older person, you got to take a look at, can you take the criticism or your kids?
Right.
You know, saying that person is that person.
She my age.
Man, she my
older than
age.
me.
She
Older
young-
than me.
she-
Yeah. How would you?
Younger
I
than
mean,
me.
okay, listen. How would you take? You just say for whatever particular reason, you go by your mom's house, right?
Okay.
And it's a dude your age walking around in your mom's house, and you looking at him and everything, and you go in and cut the TV on, and he come in and say, hey dog, why don't you cut the TV down, son? Now you looking like, who is this guy, right? You look at who's
Yeah.
that? And then you go to your mom, who was that? She said, that's my man. And then you sitting there like, he your age. He walking around, and then he tell you, he say, in fact, cut the TV off. Me and your mom, we can go to bed, and cause we got to get up in the morning. How you feeling about that?
I ain't gonna lie.
Come on.
I ain't gonna lie.
Answer first.
I ain't gonna lie. He gotta go.
Yo, he definitely gotta
He
go.
gotta
He
go.
definitely got.
I don't
He
know.
gotta go.
Because it's a respect thing, regardless.
How's that respect? He being respectful.
That ain't
No,
respectful.
he's not being respectful.
He
That's the
said,
problem.
cut the TV down some.
Okay, that was cool.
That's not
Okay.
cool. You cut it down. You got legs just like me.
No, that's his TV.
That's his TV.
That's his TV.
Imagine you in the living room, like in the living room, and we sitting down. He like, you got the remote in your hand. He like, hey, could you just turn it down just a little bit?
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Then that's
All right.
cool. I feel like I can do that. But like once he be like, oh yeah, you know what, might as well. No, that's when you feel like you can just start demanding me because you think that you talking. No, hell no.
He said, in fact, dog, we
we
just
finna
cut
go.
the TV
Me
off.
and your mama finna go in here and get busy.
No, they gotta go. No, we going in to get some sleep.
Oh,
Well, y'all
But
really,
who knows
That's
what's
what
gonna
I was
happen?
gonna say.
But he going in the room to get some sleep. How y'all feeling about that like that? And dude is y'all age.
yeah, nah.
I mean,
I'm gonna look at OG like, come on, G.
I am gonna have my disdain towards it, but it's my mom and it's her life. I gotta respect her.
Exactly.
It's her house at the end of the day. Like she gonna do whatever she want to do. If it comes to that, then it's like, hey, I am gonna feel bad. I'm not gonna be happy about it. Of course, I'm going to feel the way that I feel, but that's not gonna stop me from loving my mom or us.
Yeah.
The way I'm gonna,
now
I'm a respect dude because he don't deserve any disrespect from me because until you show me some type of level of you trying to like one up me or like you feel like
No,
my
he just sunned you already to his, man. In fact, cut the TV off. He just sunned you already. No, he cut, but
the cut the TV off.
Cut the TV off. Shout out to
That's
cut
where I
the TV
draw the
off.
line.
but
Like,
how do you draw the line? That's his TV.
no, because I lived at that house longer than him,
No,
and I know.
no,
my
but
mama got
then
that
you ain't
TV.
got no. It ain't about seniority up in there. That's
Right.
He the man. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. Males, first off, males and their mothers, sons and their mothers, mom is off limits to everybody.
Yeah.
And then a guy that's your age,
Yeah.
and you look at him like, what? Like, and you know your mentality and his, like, dude, you just really ain't got no, it just does something to you.
Yeah.
It does something to you.
What about you? What would you do in that situation?
No, I
sir?
mean,
Don't try to escape your way out of this.
Nah, just say, whatever happened to McIntyre? He ain't came back in a long time. Where's he at? He'd be gone. McIntyre. Hey, but we've been going through that. Hey, Brother Rick, this show flow, man. We want you to
Shout out to Rick.
ingratiate yourself to the viewing and listening audience, because we're going to talk about some of the things, your
Let 'em know
pros and
something,
cons growing up, your life experiences, the highs and lows, and how you come out on the other side of it. Because what with your knowledge and wisdom, that you can help someone that can probably relate to you. It's people out there, it's people out there that's going through different things and stuff like that. And sometimes when you're going through adverse situations, people think that they're the only ones going through it, and it really ain't.
Mm-hmm.
So introduce yourself to and let
Again,
people know about it.
again, my name is Rick. I grew up in Chicago. I moved from Chicago due to the situation that happened in the household when I was a kid. I grew up as a little kid with father and mother in the household.
Right.
And my mother and father made a decision that they wasn't able to get along with each other. So my mother decided that she was going down south. So my father said, since you going, you take everybody with you. It was 3 boys and 1 girl. And I resented that.
Yeah.
I resented that growing up because I figured my father should have took the boy. And at the same token, I love my sister.
Yeah.
So two-way street, I didn't want to be separated from my sister, and I didn't want my father to neglect me at the same time because I felt neglected when my father said, I want you all to stay together. When he gathered all us together, he said, I want you all to be together. But I couldn't see that at the time. I wasn't no more than about 13 years old at the time. So I couldn't see that. So I resented my father. And I love my mother and I love my father, but in a way I resented my mother for taking on all the responsibility that she had to take on. And I never realized that my mother sacrificed everything. She sacrificed everything. She didn't get a chance to do a lot of the stuff that the younger kids do now. Go out and do things and, party and have fun. My mother didn't get a chance to do that. She had to stay at home and make sure that we as kids got what we wanted so we can grow up and be something. She encouraged us to go forward in life, be something. But like I said, I failed on the wayside. I went to school. I became the school clown. I got into it was like a drug to me, making people laugh in class. So I spent most of my time as the school clown. That's what I call it today, because I denied myself an education at that time that I should have been working on. I don't blame my mother for it. And today I don't blame my father for it. But I moved back to Chicago because my mother didn't want me to go to the penitentiary.
When did you move back to Chicago?
I moved back to Chicago when I was 16.
Okay.
Yeah. Where did you go down south? Where?
Lake Village, Arkansas.
Arkansas.
They had the chickens on the yard, and
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm just saying.
Now let me know. Let us know.
Being a city person, I got a chance to see chickens go in the hen house and get eggs and stuff like that. Stuff that country people do.
Did you ever eat a turtle?
No.
Okay.
No.
Other than that, okay, with that resentment, right? With that resentment, how you think that shaped you today, and how far do you think that got you?
It put me in a spin.
Okay.
It put me in a spin because when I moved back with my father, I did everything opposite to what my father wanted me to do.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna get you now. Because you rejected me and you didn't raise me like other kids grew up with their father. So I moved back to Chicago. They had built the Robert Taylors then. And I was going over in the lifestyle with the Robert Taylor. Based on I supposed to have been going to school, I went and sold drugs, gang banging, you know, stuff like that. And my life got good, got all right, and I went for a spin when I started using drugs myself. I became my best customer.
Okay.
And as a result of that, I hit a bottom. I hit a hard bottom, you know. And I was able to not me pull myself, but pray and ask the powers to be to help me.
Okay.
And my life got back on track. I went back to school. I went back and got my high school diploma. I did some college courses. And then I met my wife. And when I met my wife, I began to go into another, not a spin, but a good way, because I knew I had a family to take care of, my daughter and my wife. And I kept on that track. And I've been on that track for quite a while.
That's
my
good.
wife passed away in 2007.
Condolences.
But I raised my daughter. I got
Right.
the opportunity to do something that most fathers is obligated to do. I got a chance to take my daughter to college.
That's good.
I got a
Shout
chance
out.
to raise my daughter, take my daughter to college, spend that time with her as a girl. As a girl, spend that time with her that she needed.
Yeah.
And as a result of that, she's doing excellent in life.
That's good.
You
man.
know,
That's
she
good.
got her master's in teaching school.
What's her name?
Ariel.
Ariel.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ariel.
Shout out to Ariel.
Yeah,
I got 3
okay.
questions for you, if that's okay.
Go ahead.
How did you, could you move the mic a little closer? How did you get out of rock bottom? Like you said, you prayed to the Most High, but how did you find that at rock bottom?
The last time coming out the penitentiary was
How many times did you go? If you don't mind me asking.
I went at least 4 or 5 times.
Okay, that's a lot of times.
But the last time coming out, I didn't want no more.
Right.
You know, I didn't want no more. A matter of fact, before I came out that last time, I had the thought to do the right thing, but I had money in my pocket, and I went back to the same neighborhood that I,
And, see, and that's the thing, Rick, what you were saying, that
Thank
people
you,
are
Rick.
dealing with right now.
Yeah, for real.
Is the
That's why I'm asking.
glamorization of selling drugs.
Yeah.
Because they look at the part of, okay,
Selling
I
drugs.
got some money in my pocket,
Got it.
and I got a car, and I got the fanfare and everything else, and the drama. But they don't talk about the penitentiary. They don't talk about them using their own stuff. They don't talk about them fronting in front of the guys, but in the background they're a dope fiend. They don't talk about that. Those are the realities of it. And you got people that's doing it right now. In fact, I was talking to some young fellas out west, and
Shout out to out west.
and like, yeah, pops, man, you know, I'm doing this, da da da. And I say, how much do y'all actually make? They said, you know, the block be juking, which means the block is
The block is hot.
the block is hot. And they told me, they say, we get $2 out of a dime bag. They get $2 out of a dime bag. I said, that's what they give y'all? That's it? I said, yeah. I say, I think they call it, say, we got 100 dime bags. They call that a bomb. No, they call it a bomb. They call it
Eight
the
ball?
jab. They call it
The
a jab
jab.
on the west side, a bomb on the south side.
Yeah.
And see, I know drug dealers, I know gang members, so, so I know the lingo.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you taking a chance to get stuck up, you know, you get ops and the police and penitentiary and all of that. So when you run that tape about how glamorous it is, run the whole thing out, because you wind up doing your own stuff, and the people that's really making the money is at the top. They're not out there.
I think just me, based on my experience, I think people don't paint the real picture.
Right, exactly.
You know, people don't look at it for what draws me to pushing drugs, what attracts me to pushing drugs. well, most of the time, what I see and what I grow around, I'm not raised around people being lawyers and doctors.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not raised around people going to school. I'm raised around people that's selling narcotics. So I grow up with that mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Because somewhere deep inside myself, I want some out of life.
Right.
You know, I want just as like everybody else. I want some out of life, but I don't have the leadership to guide me in the right direction, because the leadership that I was up under,
Dropping
they
gems.
seen the same story that I was. They was looking at the same story that I was looking at.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Success out of the outside the hood, the good, the nice cars, the glamour. You know, the pretty women's. You know, they seen the same thing. So nobody never painted a picture that life on life terms consist of being your own man, not being somebody else duplicate of what you think a man is, because I didn't know.
Right.
I didn't know what a man was.
Right.
So I duplicate what I see. And plus, y'all know, back in the 70s, coming out of the 60s, when our greatest leaders was up front with us, had leadership that we could have been something more than we was determinated. They exterminated.
Malcolm, so.
Right.
You know, they killed our leadership because they knew. They knew if our leadership would have got up, we would have been better. We'd have had better examples to look at. You know, I didn't agree with some of the concept some of our leaders had, but I looked at the unity that they all was looking at.
Trying to push.
They was looking at a better way for our people, you know, on a positive note. But the greatest thing that happening now is that the younger generation are more attuned. Are more attuned than we were.
Until as far as what?
They alert.
Okay.
They pay attention.
It's all that social media. Can't get away from it.
Yeah.
The knowledge.
Yeah, social media plays a big part in it.
Yeah.
But plus y'all exposed to more than we dealt with. Y'all deal with death and dying.
Yeah,
You know,
a lot of it.
y'all
Like Charlie Kirk.
Yeah,
Right.
you in fourth grade,
Tough.
and you know,
Seeing
y'all,
people down
you know,
Instagram.
in third grade, one of your friends got killed.
Yeah.
You know, drive by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, y'all can't go through the summer without y'all graduate with y'all same class. We would be in first grade together, and we'll make it all the way to 8th grade and graduate together, and some will go to college, high school together. Y'all have missed like 4 or 5 different classmates by violence, and that's trauma
That
to
is
children.
trauma.
You know, I mean, when
it's hard. It's harder for y'all not to see it over a period of time. See, for us, it was like going in another direction. They killed they knocked off all our greatest leaders that could have took us to a positive aspect. And then the media, they came out with movies like Superfly, The Mac. You know, all these movies was based on the glamour of either being a pimp or being a drug seller.
Right.
So
That's what they want to push.
that's what was being promoted, and we didn't know it.
Yeah.
We had no clue. Wasn't nobody promoting school.
again, Rick, you were talking about the Superfly era,
Yeah.
and what we saw. You know, the pimp, the drug dealer, the hustlers, and the cars and the women. We just glamorized that. You know, in fact, what was happening when we was talking about the leaders, the conscious leaders at that time during the 60s, you know, the consciousness was starting to swell. Then they brought the drug. Remember, as you can look at, they was called hippies, flower power, free love. They had all the hallucinogen drugs, and that smoothed a whole lot of that out. And everybody started smoking weed and doing all kinds of acid, purple haze, strawberry mescaline, all those different things. You ain't trying to fight now. You're not trying to be conscious. And then they put the Superfly. Here's the pimp. We made him like the mentor and things of that nature. So, you know, that's what you were talking about.
Yeah, and it shifted our understanding, our development shifted. You know, because we were caught up in an area where we wanted something in life, but we didn't have the positive push as
You only had negative examples.
before. And I remember when I first met Mr. Ben Willis, and he was talking about some aspect. He was saying the younger people and the older people need to get together.
Correct.
You know, and that way we can dialogue. And we can talk about these kind of things. You can see where I came from, and I can understand where you going.
And history don't repeat itself.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, because if you don't draw a line and it's a hole in the floor, and I walked down the hole and fell in the floor, you won't be able to walk around the hole. You know, if you don't get a better understanding than I got.
Right, that's a hole in the floor.
Yeah, that's a hole in the floor. See, you guys are going around the hole in the floor.
Yeah.
The reason y'all going around the hole in the floor because y'all asking questions. See, my daughter, when I have a conversation with her, a lot of things you got to make it make sense.
Yeah.
You got to make it make sense. She just said, no, well, why did you decide to do that?
Right.
You know, couldn't you tell them no? You know, and then I started painting a picture of not only could I say no, but what is the picture society paint?
Right.
Yeah.
Because see, the society bagged up the fairy tale.
Yeah, they do that.
You know,
With the media too.
they promoted
Propaganda.
They promoted the fairy tale.
Right. Exactly.
You know, and they still do it today in our music. Look in our music.
I was
to
just
him.
about to say that.
Yeah.
I was
Talk to
just
him.
about to say that. Like
music
back then
go
was
ahead, Joe.
actual music. Like you could real instruments were being played, live performances, bands of that nature. Like Michael Jackson was like promoting good music that actually had messages. A lot of these songs nowadays don't got no type of message. It's just a good beat, probably like an 808, and anything artificial. It's just not the same. I love older music. Older music always tells some type of a story. It was an art to make music back then. Now I feel like it's just mass production.
missing messages.
It is business. It's just get in, get out, produce a song. It don't matter what the song talking about, as long as it might be trendy on TikTok or it might, you know, get a certain person to feel a certain type of way. They gonna use it. They gonna use it to whatever they feel like. But I'm not saying all music is bad. It's just that the way in which our generation uses music isn't the best.
Right. As far as media too, because with that you get to see different pictures and different videos, different shows going on. Not to name those shows, but a lot of shows going on is promoting toxic behaviors, toxic this, toxic that. Like everything is just toxic, but it depends on how you discern it and decipher what you want for your own life. Right. But everybody can't do that though. Like you said, they pushing the example of what they want to see, and people just have the duplicate because they choose that duplicate and don't want to choose for themselves or don't have the light to see anything else. Right. So with that, it's hard. It's hard in this generation.
Because you're not getting that kind of promotion. You know, when you hear about a young person doing something real excellent, it's not promoted.
No.
You know, if you ain't doing it word of mouth, the media ain't gonna. But what they would do now, they would promote the violence in our neighborhood, the Inglewood neighborhood. They didn't brand it Inglewood. Right. You know. So when people hear Inglewood, they hear all they know is bad stuff. When you mention Inglewood, people say, "Oh, you from over there?" Mm-hmm. You know, because nobody promoting the good inside of Inglewood.
And that's the reason why I have a show like this.
Shout out to a show like this.
Because I have no problem speaking truth to power at all. Mm-hmm. You know, and in fact, like I said, Chicago's not even the top 10 in violence. Okay, but whoever has the narrative to create violence, to create decadence and debauchery, you know, who create filth. You know, you get a pig filth and they'll just eat it up. You don't know no better. You know, it doesn't know any better. We talk about the music. By nature, a human being wants good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, if you listen to a song, you gotta listen to that song and say, "Well, I'm listening to Sexy Red. Can I play this around my grandmother and my mother?" Sometimes. See, if your mother's listening to Sexy Red and what she's talking about, and your grandmother can listen to Sexy Red, then I gotta talk to her about that. Okay. Well, you can say your butthole is brown and this is pink. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, so how long did it take you to write that lyric? I used to be in the music business. Mm-hmm. I used to have a record label. But how long did it take you to write that? You know, that's filth. That's filth because you're talking about something that's precious that human beings come out of a woman. You know, so you lower it down to that. You know, lower it down to that. I am getting on this soapbox right now. You know, we got another guest waiting in the wings. We have a young lady that's running for Congress.
Yeah.
So we're going to have her come on, Miss Ashley Banks. So we're going to cut. And man, it's a pleasure that you was on, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Glad to be here.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate that.
Yes,
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you.
This is the Ben Willis Minister. God. Dog.
Minister Ben Willis Blast Out Podcast, uncut, unapologetic, straight with no chaser. But we'll be right back.
That's good. I almost had it.
Right.
Can I?
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why all my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look, all my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice. That's why.